Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Green across the board, gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. In the green, $18 silver is here. We have done it. $17.99, up 55 cents on the day. What is going on? Why is the price of silver skyrocketing? Well, silver prices are up on anxiety ahead of Trump pressure on China. So more political stuff is putting people on the edge of their seat, making it extremely chaotic and confusing and stressful. And with this virus outbreak on top of that, you just have a whole weeping load of drama, and it's driving people to insanity, and that's affecting the way they're investing their money. You got to be careful during these times. This is when markets do the unthinkable. Is times like this when people are not investing rational. They are irrationally making choices that are going to hurt them in the long term, but they can't see past the blindfold. Now, take all the information you get with a grain of salt. I share my opinions on these videos. I do go over the facts, the chart standpoints, and I'll show where I think prices are headed, but make sure, especially if you're someone who watches a lot of different content, make sure you're not diving into the conspiracies and not going off of someone's emotional theory about that metal or why they have a biased opinion about it. But anyways, I'll shut up about that. The link to this article from Kitco will be in the description. I also have another article after talking about silver heading to $19. It's also a video, so some good stuff in this. Let's smash a like button. Let's see if this video can get 200 likes. Everyone go like the video right now if you love precious metals. Let's jump into it. Gold prices are trading moderately higher and silver sharply higher and hitting a 3-month high in early U.S. trading Friday, as safe haven demand has returned to the metals late this week. There is increased risk aversion in the marketplace as the U.S. and China appear on a collision course that could set off the next Cold War between the two largest economies in the world. President Trump sometime Friday is expected to hold a press conference to address China's actions to tighten its grip on Hong Kong. Trump will also likely comment on China's involvement in suppressing early COVID infection rates in China. Still at present, traders and investors have no idea what Trump will say or do. August gold futures were last up $13.80 an ounce at $1,742. July COMEX silver prices were last up 27 cents at $18.23 an ounce. So there's definitely panic, and its diligence is done, right? It's not like this is blowing something out of proportion. This is a very serious situation, ladies and gentlemen. It's not like people are catastrophizing this. This is, like they said, this could be the next Cold War between the two largest economies in the world. This could be devastating to the entire world on not only just an imported, exported goods, not only just a materialistic standpoint, but from people's lives, livelihood. You think this virus was bad? Imagine the Cold War between U.S. and China. We don't know. President Trump obviously says things sporadically, impulsively, and doesn't really think about what he's saying without the consequences playing out. So who knows? This could be a very sticky situation, and that's why people are a little finicky right now. They're a little panicky. Anyways, global stock markets were mostly lower in overnight trading. U.S. stock indexes are also pointed toward weaker openings when the New York day session begins. In overnight news, the Eurozone Consumer Price Index for May rose 0.1% compared to 0.3% in April. The May reading was in line with market expectations. The important outside markets see the U.S. dollar index lower early today and hitting a 2.5-month low. NYMEX crude oil prices are lower and trading around $32.75 a barrel. The yield on the benchmark U.S. Treasury 10-year note is currently around 0.7%. U.S. economic data due for release Friday includes personal income and outlays. The Advanced Economic Indicators Report, the ISM Chicago Business Survey, and the University of Michigan's Consumer Sentiment Report. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell also speaks at an event today. Technically, the gold bulls have the firm overall near-term technical advantage and are keeping alive a price uptrend on the daily bar chart. Bulls' next upside price objective is to produce a close in August futures above solid resistance at the high of $1,789. Bears' next near-term downside price objective is pushing futures prices below solid support at $1,668. First resistance is seen at $1,750 and then this week's high of $1,755. Now let's jump into silver. July silver bulls have the solid overall near-term technical advantage. Silver bulls' next upside price objective is closing prices above solid technical resistance at the February high of $19.07 an ounce. The next downside price breakout objective for bears is closing prices below solid support at $16.50. First support is seen at the overnight high of $18.34 and then $18.50. So it's looking like if silver does break above that $18 range again, there's going to be a lot of resistance around $18.50. So if it can break through that, then the sky could be the limit, right? Who knows? But anyways, another article from fxstreet.com will be in the description. There's also a video that goes along with it if you want to check that out. So after its vicious falls during the height of the virus pandemic, silver's recovery has been remarkable. Demand concerns were initially replaced by supply worries, causing prices to bounce back before the rally took hold on easing of lockdown measures, alleviating some of these concerns. Giving silver an additional boost has been the actions of governments and central banks. The Fed and other major banks have successfully managed to suppress volatility by introducing more QE, quantitative easing, and cutting interest rates further. As a result, bond yields have been suppressed, further boosting the appeal of non-interest-bearing precious metals as well as equities. With monetary conditions set to remain extraordinarily loose for the foreseeable future, the outlook for silver looks bright, in my view, especially if the global economy recovers quickly to post-COVID lockdown. From a technical point of view, silver continues to exhibit bullish characteristics, as I've explained in the video, and he's talking about why silver could head to $19. I want to talk about something for a second. Silver is a win-win situation, right? Even if this virus plays with a second wave and millions of more people die, silver would benefit from that because in times of economic turmoil, silver is seen as a safe haven. But since it's an industrial metal, it also goes up with the economy. Since it's used it's intertwined with the economy. So if the economy's doing good, silver's doing good as well because there's more production. Silver's getting used for imported, exported goods for all the things that silver's used for industrially. If the economy's picking up pace, silver's right in there with it, but it's also a monetary metal. So in times of stress, people also invest in. So it's a win-win situation. So even if this virus goes left or right, silver is still going to be benefiting from it. So I really hope you guys understand that. Silver has so much potential, so many beneficial factors, unlike any other investment. You want to talk about stock markets? Stock markets, there's a lot of volatility, and guess what? It's pegged to the US dollar. They're pegged to dollars. If the dollar's crashing, guess what? Stock markets are crashing too. Stock markets are crashing too. If the dollar's burning, the dollar is only worth as much as people think it is. If people lose faith in the dollar, guess what? The dollar loses value. The dollar's lost 98% of its purchasing power due to hyperinflation, and we're pumping in all these dollar bills, trying to impregnate the system, trying to force. It's like trying to pay off a credit card with another credit card. It's like trying to dig yourself out of debt by replacing it with more debt. It's not going to work. There has to be a new system in place, and trust me, gold and silver is the smartest. It's not only the smartest and the safest, it's the only alternative. There's nothing else that's going to save your butt at the end of the day. Gold and silver is the only thing that's going to be able to do that. Looking back 5,000 years ago until recent times today, it's always been gold and silver. From the beginning of man all the way until 2020, gold and silver has always been the answer. Nothing else has ever topped it. Now think about that. Since the beginning of man, think how much we've industrialized. We've grown and evolved. Gold and silver has always been the main denominator of something that holds its wealth. Think about that. Think about that moving forwards in the future as well. How many more things silver is going to be needed for? In 5G technology, with electric vehicles, silver being the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity and electricity, we need silver. We're always going to need silver. Anyways, I hope I'm done with my rant about this. It's just a lot right now when there's a lot of talk. This is when the new eyes come in and they want to throw their opinions around, even though they don't know anything and they haven't been in the market for any time. That's why I said take everything with a grain of salt, because sometimes people's opinions are not for the taking. It could hurt you drastically if you take some people's opinions, right? it could drastically hurt you. Just be careful. Hopefully you're sticking around watching my videos, because I always try to inform you on the safest, smartest ways to invest. Obviously, if you're investing, everything's a risk, but with gold and silver, you can't really go wrong, and that's one of the beautiful things about it. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you did enjoy this video, if you thought it was educational, informational, or at least just entertaining, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. I'm posting daily videos every single day. I'm giving you the newest, latest, freshest, most up-to-date recent news in the world of precious metals. This is your channel. Make sure you subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.